Good afternoon, students. Uh, we have completed unit 1, 2, and 3, and we are going to unit 4, that is contracts. The construction contract. So, first of all, what is meant by contract? Any idea? Yeah. So, contract, it is an agreement which will be valid in law or enforceable by law. That is C. A contract is a legally binding document that recognizes and governs the rights and duties of the parties to the agreement. Once the tender notice has been completed, then the work that contract will be given to the contractors. That is the basic. A contract is legally enforceable because it meets the requirements and approval of the law. A contract typically involves the exchange of goods, service, money, or promise of any of those. So, an agreement between two private parties. Yes, agreement. So, the agreement between two private parties, if it's mutual legal obligations, it can be either oral or written. So, in general, contract is an agreement which will be valid in law or enforceable by law between or among two parties for provision of supplies and or services against a consideration of monetary value, either in cash or in kind. So, an offer to provide some services without any consideration for it in exchange will not constitute a contract. An enforceable simple contract consists of an agreement, consideration, intention to enter into legal relation, capacity to contract, and then reality of the consent. So, what is it? Yes, an agreement. It consists of a firm offer and acceptance with the parties involved in agreeing to all the terms included in the contract. Next, consideration, which is an exchange for something of value, generally the money paid to the money to be paid when the service or goods have been delivered under the terms of the contract. The intention to enter into legal relations without this intention of the parties, an agreement may exist without necessarily being a contract. So, the capacity to contract, both parties must be free to enter into the contract. The requirement may not be realized, for example, where a company undertakes to engage in activities outside the object clause in its memorandum of association, or where the conditions of a contract contravenes existing regulations within one of the parties. And then the object of the contract must be lawful. So we have seen what is the contract. Now we have to see contractor. Yes, everyone will know contractor word very fine, right? Yes. So a person or a firm who undertakes any type of contract is called contractor. Contractor means private individuals partnership firm, public or private limited concerns who have made such an undertaking for concerned there with the respective government, the execution of works or supply of materials or for services. So a general contractor is responsible for providing all of the material, labor, equipment such as engineering, vehicles and tools and services. The general contractor often hires specialized subcontractors to perform all portions of the construction work. Now, arranging contract. So, contract for work is arranged by inviting sealed tenders, which we saw, right? Yes, by arranging sealed tenders, by issuing tender notices through dailies newspaper or through ITD Indian trade journals, an agreement between two or more parties. It should be recognized by law and it should be enforceable through the courts. In next session, let us see about the types of contract.